Today I want to touch on, based off of previous events that just happened to me, but I want to touch on experiences and what it means for your perception of failure and success within your endeavors. So this concept I want to talk about, basically, when you experience more, when you have more experiences, those will shape your expectations. Now, what does that mean and why is that important? So, give you an example, what just happened to me right now. So, we have a guy right now, we hopped on a call with him 2 days ago, right? He's interested in our AI systems. If you guys are new to my channel, I run an AI agency trying to scale it to $1 million. So far, we're at 0, but you got to start somewhere, right? And I'm just trying to document every single day, concepts, ideas that have helped shape my success and then bring it on to you guys. So we hopped on a call with this guy 2 days ago. He rescheduled, he basically said that I really want to move forward. I just want to get more information on the system. Now, typically when that happens, it's just someone's polite way of saying yeah, I don't want this. I don't want to buy this. This is too expensive. The product you guys are offering, I don't want. But people don't say that outright, and it's kind of annoying, but it's just how people are. And so this guy was different because he actually was texting us. He actually was interested in everything that we had to say. And being responsive to us as we basically proposed how to move forward. So we had a call with him yesterday, supposed to be, and he said that he was, fixing some stuff up and blah, 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 stuff like that. Again, typically, that means that they're just trying to blow you off. But this guy has responded to us 3-4 times, so I know this is different. Now, this is a mini thing, and this is a mini lesson of what I'm trying to explain. So, number one, right, because I've been in this so much, right, I've had probably 20 or 30 people book calls. Oh, my car is really dusty. But book calls with us and haven't bought our system, right? And it's not necessarily just money and buying our system, but it's, what I'm building, right? AI agency, the things that I can offer businesses. We haven't partnered with anyone. And I mean, at the end of the day, partnering with people, just even besides the money, that's the path to success. That's the path to financial freedom online. And so, back to all of this, because I've experienced this 30 times, I'm not going into this thinking this guy said that he wants to move forward with this and he's just waiting on money to clear. I realize that a lot of other people have said this, right? And even me, I've only had 30 people of experience. That is nothing in the grand scheme of things, right? You look at other people running successful businesses similar to mine, and dude, I'm sure if I had 100 more people, I'm sure that what I'm saying right now would be way different. But regardless, I still have that perspective, and that's what I'm wanting to share forward. So because I've seen 30 people, right, say everything under the sun to, I want to move forward with this. Yeah, I just got to clear with my husband. I got to clear with my friends, neighbors, auntie's dog before I buy this system. And then they ghost you right afterwards. I've seen it all. And so this guy, right, he said he's gonna buy. If this was my first guy and he said he's gonna buy, I would be over the moon. I would be telling my friends, my family, I would be looking at the prices of Rolexes and sports cars. No, not that much, but seriously, I would be thinking way far ahead. I would be counting my chickens before they hatched. And so, because I've seen this, right, I know not to expect anything, and all I know is that the only efficient thing I can do as of right now is prepare basically for the worst. And now I'm not saying prepare for the worst as in this guy's toast and you're just gonna completely forget about it, but prepare for the worst in the sense where if he doesn't buy, he doesn't buy. It's not the end of the world. But at the same time, if he does, be ready for that, right? Be relentlessly vigilant on if that situation actually happens. And so with that being said, right, that is how experiences shape your perspective. If I went into this and I thought, yeah, he's going to buy no matter what, I would not prepare for other steps, and that could potentially lose me a sale, right? And that's where experience is so key. Like, you know, people talk about it, but it's until you truly analyze it and truly think about how, you know, how this could work for you, right? And what aspects of this actually can give a tangible, positive reason to move forward with. And with all that, let's give another example. So the one I just said, right, is pretty small in comparison. But if you think about it, right, furthermore, everything, right? It doesn't matter. Let's say you're in sports, right? Let's say you're in sports. It doesn't matter what that may be. But, all right, let's just say you are badminton. I love badminton. Badminton is my favorite sport. If you've never played a person before, right, and, you know, you're practicing, you truly have no sense of competition. At the end of the day, right, you're going to go in there thinking you're going to destroy everyone because you don't have that experience. You don't have that good level of comparison. Now, even for me, I'll give an example. My first year of high school badminton, the only place I practiced was in my small little hometown in the middle of nowhere. I was pretty good. And, you know, when you are in a town of 3,000 people and you're good, but you're good to an extent, right? You're not Alberta level good, right? You're not city level good. You're not good to a high scale. But I went in thinking I'm going to obliterate everyone at every single one of my tournaments. First tournament, I didn't even barely make the playoffs, right? And so that puts it into perspective, and that's even at that lower level, right? Not only was I crushed and put into hard perspective, but I was upset, right? Because even me, I always think highly of myself. And making this video, everything I do in business, I always do to the highest extent. When I lost to such a low level, right? And when I thought I was like national level, and I truly did, like going into provincials, because I went into provincials, that compared to the level that I was playing at is like astronomically different. I truly thought I was going to go in there and medal in, you know, like the top 3. And, you know, when I went there, I won a set. And honestly, I shouldn't have even won a set. And I got obliterated by this kid who was like 5 feet tall, right? And like this kid was 5 feet tall and he wasn't even trying remotely. Like this guy smoked me. And so that put it into perspective for me. And because it put it into perspective for me, I relentlessly trained my next 2 years, and I did end up getting gold at a provincial level. But if I didn't go to provincials that year, right, and if I didn't see that competition, and I didn't see that level that was above what I'm in my current world, I would have been not even a tenth of the player I am now. Now, that's just for sports, but all in all for you guys, because I don't want to rant too much about myself and my experiences. But for you guys, you know, when you go into something, and this relates to what I was saying, you know, a couple days ago, how at the end of the day, failure, right, quote unquote failure, is not bad. Like, there's no English word for basically a failed experiment, because at the end of the day, everything you do is a failed experiment, or is an experiment. If it works out, great, double down on it. If it fails, now you know not to do that again. But failure in itself is not inherently bad, and it's in that where you gain that perspective, right, and where you gain that idea of what success truly looks like and what you can expect and what you should prepare for. Because at the end of the day, right, it's that tangible actions forward that will determine your level of success or not. When you have those experiences, that helps you accurately gauge what levels are needed. So for you, right, let's say you're running a business, let's say you're working out, trying a diet, whatever. Let's say your first 9 fail, right? Let's say exercises don't give you that muscle mass. They don't give you that stamina you're hoping for. They don't give you that agility, whatever that may be. Your first 9 fail, right? They don't give you good results. Because you failed 9 times, you have that experience, you have that perspective on what to try next, right? What you think can work, and then the experiments forward that you're going to do to facilitate that success. Now, diets, right? Diets are, you can measure this way more accurately. if the diet isn't helping you lose weight, if the diet isn't helping you gain weight, whatever your goal may be, again, you fail 9 times out of 10. Now you know 9 different things not to do, 9 different things you can expect, right? Losing weight isn't as easy as snapping your fingers and you lose 10 pounds. Now you know the work behind that, right? Now you know the level of work you have to put in. Now you know the sacrifices and say the money you even have to put in, right? Because eating healthy on a diet, it's going to cost you more. Now you know the money you're going to have to put in. Now, everything comes into perspective. Everything allows you to go into perspective as soon as you gain that experience. Now, experience does wonders, right? In all aspects, in all facets of your life. But it's in that, and it's specifically in that where you gain that perspective. You know what to expect, and in turn, you know what to prepare for to help you become better primed, better prepped for success. So that's what I wanted to touch on today. Again, at the end of the day, this isn't just Liam Billick's ideas. Actually, this one I haven't heard flat out. This is just kind of an amalgamation of different ideas that I can put into one and into my own. Like I mentioned before, right? Iron sharpens iron. Ideas sharpen ideas. If you can gain perspective, just like I'm talking about, right? If you can gain perspective on one idea, you can get that experience, you can put that into another similar perspective. That's what I've done today. I hope you guys have gained knowledge. I hope you guys have got 1% smarter, 1% wiser. As Warren Buffett says, that's the goal. Go to bed 1% smarter, 1% wiser. Well, that being said, thank you guys for watching. And if you're new to my channel, I'm trying to build and document a personal brand. Just trying to document ideas, concepts, everything that's helped me, everything that I find works well, then give that to you guys. So if you guys enjoy this, consider following, subscribing, wherever you're listening or watching this to. And follow my Instagram for more daily updates. But all that being said, thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. And above all, stay wise.